So you're getting tons of sessions to your Shopify store, but nobody's actually purchasing. In this video, I'm gonna be breaking down why nobody is purchasing. I'm gonna be giving you a checklist, a step-by-step guide that you guys could follow to increase your conversion rate and actually start pulling in sales. I remember a long time ago, I was stuck in your exact same shoes where I tried everything. I was getting tons of online sessions. I was getting add to carts, but I wasn't pulling in any sales. Now, there's a couple easy fixes to help increase your conversion rate, and it might just be one small tweak that you make to actually start pulling in sales. I don't wanna waste any more time. Let's hop right into the video. The first step that I wanna go over is actually reading the Meta Ads Manager data. This right here is gonna actually show you where the problem lies within your funnel. First and foremost, if you haven't spent at least $150 on a campaign, you just haven't spent enough money, Meta hasn't collected enough data for you to make an actual decision. So what I would go ahead and do is I would set up a broad campaign, no targeting, no anything. Like even if you're targeting just women, I would leave everything broad and put it at a $30 or $50 a day budget and let that spend for 3 to 7 days. Now, if you're at a $30 a day budget, I would let that spend for at least 5 days. That way you could collect enough data from your ads manager to be able to make a right decision. Even if you're not pulling in any sales, I would still let your Meta ad campaign run for the full 5 days because you'll have enough data to be able to make that decision. Now, if you're spending $50 a day, I would let the data spend for at least 3 days, 3 to 5 days, so you have that $150 on your ad account. That's still not a lot of money in the ad account, but it's gonna be enough to collect the data to be able to make a decision on whether or not this product's gonna be a winner or not. So the first data point that I look at is my CPC, or my cost per click. Now, I ideally like to see my CPC below $1.50. And as you can see, all of these campaigns are below $1.50, which means my ad creatives are performing good. Now, the next data point that I look at is my CTR, or my click-through rate. I like to see my click-through rate above a 1.5%. So if my CPC is below $1.50 and my CTR is above a 1.5%, it means my creatives are good. So if you're not pulling in any sales on your website, but your CPC and your CTR are good, that means that you have a website issue. So I'm gonna be breaking down the exact step-by-step checklist that you guys can go ahead and follow to make sure that you guys are pulling in those sales. And we'll get into that in just a second, so make sure you guys stay tuned in. But the next data point that I look at is my add to carts. I ideally like to see one add to cart for every $10 that I spend. That's gonna show me that I have a good website. Now, if you're getting one add to cart for every $10 spend, but you're still not pulling in purchases, it's definitely gonna be a shipping issue. And I'll go over how to fix that later on in this video, so stay tuned in. And then finally, the last data point that I look at is obviously the ROAS. How much profit are you pulling in? On this ad account, we spent about $2,600 with a 1.71 ROAS. So we are slightly profitable. My break-even ROAS for this ad account is a 1.39, and this data is across November 1st to December 6th. So there's a lot of data that was collected for me to be able to make the right decisions to improve my business. So that's the first step, is reading the Facebook Ads Manager data. And as you can see, this is the exact to-do list or the exact checklist that I will go ahead and follow to make sure that my website's optimized, to make sure that I'm pulling in the most amount of purchases that I possibly can. So as you guys can see, the number one step is to read the Ads Manager data, plus read the Shopify Analytics. Now, what do I mean by the Shopify Analytics? You could go to the Shopify Analytics tab and you could take a look at how many add to carts that you're getting. Say you spent $100 and you're getting 0 add to carts. It's definitely gonna be something like a product image, an offer, or your website is just not that great. Maybe you need some more reviews and stuff like that. I'm gonna give you the exact checklist that you need to follow. But if you are getting add to carts, it's most likely gonna be a shipping issue. You probably don't have your shipping rates set up correctly, so I'm gonna show you exactly how to set that up in a second. But the first step is to read the Ads Manager. So we went ahead and read the data from our Ads Manager, and we read our analytics. So now the next step is to add product images that are branded and look visually appealing. Now, I wanna break down a website that's really high converting, and it's just Bleem. So if we go ahead and take a look at Bleem's landing page, I want you guys to follow this exact layout on how this product is actually built out. So number one is they have a good header and they're adding some sort of scarcity. Limited time, save up to 48% off. So you're adding a good offer as well as some sort of scarcity, and that's gonna trigger an impulse buyer. And that's right on the heading. Now, the next thing that I want to go over is the product images. Look how good and clean these product images are. Now, if you guys want to learn how to make high converting product images, I just made a YouTube video about it. I'll link it right here or right here. I don't know where it's going to be linked, but I'll link the previous video that I made on how to make high converting product images. That's going to help you out so much. And product images are very important because it's the first thing that your customer sees. If your product images don't build trust with your customer right off the bat, they're not gonna buy. Your product images are gonna be the first thing that your customer sees, so it needs to be really, really dialed in. So if we go ahead and take a look at Bleem's website, we can see that their product images are pretty dialed in. So the first thing that we're gonna go ahead and look at is the product images. And there's some before and afters, but the key to this product images is the offer. So you could actually get a free Gleam body scrub and the offer ends today. But realistically, this offer runs all the time. But for a new customer, they see that this is a really good offer and it shows within their product image. The product image is branded. It shows the same color of purple. And it's just very clean and very crisp. Now, the second thing with the product images is they show the product benefits of the actual product. So immediate results, works on any body part, experience less hair growth. So your product image or your product benefits are within your product image because that's the first thing your customers are going to see. Now you have some before and afters. You could also add some sort of social proof just like this, where it shows a bunch of people utilizing your product, shows their reviews, shows their feedback. This is going to help build trust with your customer. And the only reason that they're going to buy from your website is if they trust you. So your whole goal with this website is to build trust and add some sort of scarcity and a really good offer. And that's what's really gonna increase your conversion rate. Making sure that you have really dialed in product images is really what's gonna help move the needle. And like I said, I just made a video on this exact YouTube channel on how to make high converting product images. But really the thing that I wanted to break down is their social proof within their product images. Like look how many reviews they have within their product image. Like reviews, comments, everything like that, why people love their product. And this is exactly why this website is converting really well. So after you complete your product images, we'll go ahead and check mark that off. The next step is to add good reviews that handle objections with pictures and videos included. Plus you want to add the review stars above or below your title. So if we take a look at Bleem, they have their star rating right above their title. So you need to have your star rating just like this above or below your title. And an app that I utilize to add this star widget and to add reviews is called Vitals. So these are all the apps that I go ahead and utilize, but Vitals is what's gonna actually help you get the reviews onto your website. So you can download Vitals on the Shopify App Store, or you could use StoreBuild.ai, and StoreBuild.ai will automatically add these reviews and some of these aspects that we're talking about. So if you want to save some time, I definitely highly recommend building your store with StoreBuild.ai. It only takes 5 minutes and it's only costs, I believe, like $1 to start. So yeah, going back to the reviews, you can see that the reviews are above or below the title. This is going to help improve your conversion rate and help boost the trust with your customers. And then if we actually go ahead and click the stars, it's gonna drag us down to the reviews. Now, we could go ahead and see what the reviews are saying. Like, this thing replaced my razor, so gentle, I had zero irritation so far. So this is handling an objection, right? So if I'm going to this business and I'm saying, oh, that's a really cool product, but does it hurt to like remove my hair? Or is it gonna give me, a rash because I'm rubbing and there's friction? Well, the first review is actually handling that objection for them, where it says it's so gentle, I had zero irritation so far. So now it's even handling objections and it's building more trust with your customers. And also there's a picture or an image showcasing that result, which is really key. Now it says way better than waxing or shaving, no irritation, and it even exfoliates my skin. So another angle that this Bleem is targeting is actually, instead of spending $200 on waxing or another $100 on shaving or whatever the case is, you could buy this for $24 and you're gonna get no irritation, your skin's gonna get exfoliated, and it's gonna do a better job. So making sure that your reviews handle objections up front and you have images or videos showcasing your product in action. Now you could go ahead and utilize ChatGPT to write the reviews, and you could use Vitals to import the reviews onto your actual Shopify store. If you guys want me to make another video on how exactly I do that, I could go ahead and do that. Just leave it in the comments below and I could definitely make another video about that. I just don't have the time in this video. Yeah, so we go ahead and take a look. Their reviews are really dialed in. They have good images. You know, the reviews handle their objections. So we'll go back to the to-do list and we'll go ahead and check that off. Now, the next thing that we want to look at is making sure that you have a great offer with scarcity. Alex Hormozi talks about this all the time. Alex Hormozi says you need to create an irresistible offer that makes it stupid for the customer not to buy. So that's the whole goal when you're creating an offer for your product. So if we go ahead and scroll back up to Bleem's offer, what we could go ahead and see is that right off the bat, you're saving 48% off, and this sale is gonna only end for another hour. Now, you could run a sale like this 24/7, but you could add some sort of timer or some sort of scarcity, like limited time, save up to 48% off, or save up to 50% off. Now, this scarcity is gonna help the customer impulse buy your product. So right off the bat, you're saving 50% off if you buy 1 pack. Now, you could buy 2 packs, which includes free shipping, plus you get a free body scrub. So the offer is really, really good. An offer that I found works really nice with any product is a buy 1, get 1 free, a buy 2, get 2 free, plus free shipping, or a buy 3, get 3 free, plus free shipping, and maybe even a free gift. So making sure that you have a really dialed in offer is gonna be key. Adding some sort of scarcity is gonna help you out as well. And the apps that I utilize to actually create a bundle like that is called caching bundles. Now, you could go ahead and download that on the Shopify App Store. It's super easy to use, super self-explanatory, but I use caching bundles in every single store that I build. And it's basically just gonna help increase your offer. You could add like timers for scarcity. You could add like a little badge that says limited time only. And then you could run like a buy 1, get 1, buy 2, get 2 free plus free shipping, buy 3, get 3 free plus free shipping, things like that. So after you go ahead and create an offer that's irresistible for your customer, the next step is to make sure that all the buttons work on your website. And yeah, I would just pretty much just click all of the buttons and make sure all of the buttons work. Even this button down here, I would make sure that this button works. After you go through your entire website and make sure that all the buttons work, then you'll go ahead and check that box off. Now, the next thing is making sure that the color and branding is all matching. Now, as you can see, Bleem does a really good job of that. Their branded colors is this purple and black, and they do a really good job of showcasing that throughout the entire website. Now, keeping the same color, they do have a little bit slightly different purple on their background versus their banner. So I would go ahead and maybe make it the same color or keep the same colors throughout the entire website. They do have the same color as the price and the reviews, so it does look very branded. Even the call to action button, the claim offer, is the exact same purple as, you know, the bundle purple. And everything is exactly, like even these are the same color purple. This is all purple. Everything is just very branded and it just looks super clean and super crisp. Everything is just matches this purple vibe. If your color's yellow, if your color's blue, you wanna make sure that you match that color throughout the entire website, that the colors are not different and that the colors are all the same. And this is really just gonna help build trust with your customers because it makes your brand look more branded. So the next step is to make sure that you have no misspelled words on your website. Now you guys could go ahead and manually check that, so I'm gonna go ahead and just skip that. Then after that, you have to make sure that shipping is set up correctly. So I'm gonna show you exactly how to set up shipping. And by far, this is probably the biggest issue that I see with new dropshippers is that they don't set up their shipping correctly and they wonder why they're not getting any sales. Number one, if you don't set up your shipping correctly, your customer won't be able to purchase from you even if they tried because your shipping isn't set up correctly. So I'm gonna show you exactly how I set up my shipping. So the first step to set up your shipping is making sure that you set up your payments. Now, you could go to settings on your Shopify store, click payments, and then you'll be able to set up Shopify payments. Now, if you don't have Shopify payments set up, your customer can't even buy from you even if they try. So you have to make sure that your payments are set up. Now, the next step, once your payments are fully set up, is you wanna go to shipping and delivery. So you wanna make sure that your fulfillment location is added within your fulfillment locations. And then the next step is making sure that your shipping zones are set up. So if you're selling to the United States, make sure that you have the United States in the shipping zone. And if you don't have the United States in the shipping zone, you could just delete the zones that you currently have, and then you could add a shipping zone, and then you could type in the United States. But for this case, I already have the United States in there, so I don't need to do that. But for you guys that don't have the United States already added inside of the shipping zones, you can just click add shipping zone and then click United States and then done or save. Now, the next step is to make sure that you add the rates for your shipping zone. So the first rate that I have for the US is an express USPS shipping. So to add a rate, if you don't have any rates, your customer won't be able to check out on your website. So make sure that you add a rate. I usually just do a flat rate, and then I could do like custom, and then the custom rate name could be express ship or express USPS shipping. And then you could go ahead and make the price free, or you could do like $2. You can make the shipping price like $2. Or if a customer wants to go ahead and, like, if you're running an offer where you spend $50 or more on your website, you get free shipping. What you could do is you could go ahead and click add conditional pricing, and then you could go based on order price, and then the minimum price you can make is $50. So if somebody spends $50 or more on your website, you could actually make this price free. So that's exactly how you could add rates, where it's like, you know, if you spend $50 or more on my website, you actually get free shipping. This is exactly how you do that. What I go ahead and do for the store that I'm currently running here is on orders $50 and up, they get free shipping. Now, for orders that are not $50 and up, we actually charge $2.99 for shipping. Making sure that you have your shipping set up is very important, because a lot of users or a lot of new dropshippers that come to me ask the question to me on why my website isn't converting. I go directly to their shipping rates, because that's the #1 issue that I see with new dropshippers, is that they don't set up their payments and they don't set up their shipping rates correctly. So making sure that you have your shipping rates set up is crucial. So after we set up our shipping rates, the next step is to make sure that our policies are set up correctly. So if we go over to the Bleem website, we could go ahead and scroll down, and we could see that their policies are set up. So they have a privacy policy, terms of service, return and refund policy. Making sure that all your policies are fully set up on the footer of your website is very important. To set up some policies, you could easily go to the settings, go to policies, and then once you're in the policies, you could see all the written policies. Also, if you go ahead and click into the policies, you could insert Shopify's automatic template. So you could just click insert, or you could have ChatGPT write your policies for you. But making sure that you have your policies fully set up is gonna be very important, especially in the footer. So we're gonna go ahead and just check mark that once we're done with that. Now, the next step is to see making sure that our domain is good and that you have a branded email domain. So what I mean by that is you can see that their domain is bleem.com. You need to have a .com domain when you're selling to, or when you're running a Shopify store. So you would have your name.com, and if your name.com isn't available as a domain, you could also do like officialname.com or shopname.com. Those domains are usually available. But making sure that you have a branded domain is gonna be very important, and also making sure that you have a branded email domain. And you could easily set up a branded email domain on the Shopify account. If you guys want me to make another video on showing you exactly how to create a branded email, just leave it in the comments below. I could definitely go over that for you. So once that is done, we'll go ahead and click that. The next thing on the list is making sure that they have a contact us page. So if we go over to Bleem, it's the help center. So if we go over to the help center, we could go ahead and see that, you know, you have an FAQ, you could get more information, and then you could contact us. So making sure that you have a contact us on your website is very important. It's just gonna help with your customer support, and it's gonna help build more trust overall. So once that's added, we'll just go ahead and check mark that. Now the next section that I like to add is track my package section. It builds a little bit more trust on the website. It's not necessarily needed, but I definitely think it does help your conversion rate. Now, a way that you could add your track your package section is I actually use this app over here, is Order Tracker, Track and Upsell. You can find this on the Shopify App Store. Now this is gonna allow you to have a section on your website where you could actually track your order, or if a customer buys something, they could actually see where their order is coming from, where it's at, etc., etc. So I would make sure that you have some sort of track your order section. Bleem doesn't really have a track order section as far as I could see, but having a track my order section is definitely gonna help your conversion rate. So I would definitely check that, mark that. The next thing is adding scarcity. I kind of dabbled in that earlier on in this video, but all scarcity is adding a timer or some sort of, you know, sale ends midnight. Right here, Cyber Monday sale ends in 1 hour. I'm pretty sure they're gonna run this for the rest of the week. And then you could run a pre-Christmas sale, a Christmas sale. You know, you could run sales throughout the year. So it's not only specific to Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and all that kind of stuff. You could run sales every single day throughout the year. So making sure that you have some sort of scarcity, like sale ends midnight or sale ending soon, or you have some sort of timer, that's gonna help increase your conversion rate by adding scarcity. It's just gonna make your customer impulse buy. So after that's added, we could go ahead and check mark that. Now, the next section that we wanna make sure that we have is an FAQ section, which is something like this, frequently asked questions. Now we could see that, Bleem does have this, and if you guys don't have a frequently asked questions section, you could easily use ChatGPT. Make me an FAQ section for my new product X, Y, and Z, and then ChatGPT will give you a frequently asked question section. So that's super easy to use. Once the FAQ section is done, then the next section is to make sure that you have a compare section on the landing page. So what do I mean by this? So if we go to Shop Now, if we go to their website Shop Now, so we could see that if we scroll down, there's gonna be a compare table. So we could see that they're comparing their product Bleem to waxing and laser hair removal. Now we're gonna compare like, hey, Bleem is gonna be painless, waxing is not painless. It's gonna be reusable, waxing isn't reusable. It's gonna be easy to use, waxing isn't gonna be easy to use. It's eco-friendly, laser isn't eco-friendly. And then costly, waxing is gonna cost a lot, laser hair removal is gonna cost a lot. So this is really just selling you on why Bleem is a better option for hair removal compared to waxing and lasers and everything like that. So having some sort of compare table and then also having maybe this section right here would be very beneficial. Now, if you're looking to add these sections to your store, you could use StoreBuild.ai. They have these sections already in their stores, or you could use Section Store. It's just an app on the Shopify App Store. Some of these sections are free. Some of these sections cost like $5, $9. But if you use StoreBuild.ai, I believe they have these options or these sections available on their premium version. So, but after you have some sort of comparison table or some sort of before and after or some sort of rating, maybe all three, we're gonna go ahead and check mark that box. Now, making sure that you have 3 images plus 3 paragraphs. Now, what I mean by this is if we go ahead and take a look at their landing page, we could see that they have images and then also some sort of text. So you wanna add that at least like 3 times on your website. So we could see that they have text, image, and we could see that they have text and image, text, image, and then they have text, image. So making sure that you have multiple text and image sections on your website. If you want a high converting website, make sure you just copy what Bleem is already doing to the best of your ability, right? So now the next thing that I like to add is sticky add to cart. Now sticky add to cart is basically just this on the bottom, which basically just got another sale, boys. But anyways, going back to the video, is sticky add to cart is just basically once you pass the add to cart button on the website, is the sticky add to cart starts to come up. So if somebody's scrolling down, they could easily just add the product to their cart with just one button. One way that I add sticky add to cart is you could use Vitals or you could use sticky add to cart on the Shopify App Store. It's a free app to utilize and it's super easy to use. So it's just called sticky add to cart on the Shopify App Store and it's completely free. So that's how you add sticky add to cart. It's gonna help increase your conversion rate as well. Now the next thing is to make sure that all the pages are fully built out and looking good. So we could see that their home page is fully built out and looking good. Anywhere that I click on this website, you're gonna have a fully built out landing page and everything is looking good. I know sometimes a lot of new dropshippers only focus on one landing page, or if they have multiple products, they might not build out one landing page. No, you wanna make sure that your entire website is fully built out, that every single page, your home page is fully built out to the T, your landing pages are fully built out to the T, your contact page is fully built out to the T, everything like that. You wanna make sure that your website is fully built out, that there's no pages not edited, there's no pages that are not fully built out. So once that's done, we'll just check mark that. Now, the next thing, which is super important, is making sure that you have benefits on the sales page. Now, what I mean by benefits is just these benefits right here. Perfect for bikini area, enjoy silky smooth skin, eliminates ingrown hairs, no more strawberry legs, and it's really just honing in on the problems that this product is solving, right? And right off the bat, you get the benefits, you get the offer, you get the social proof, all within the first couple seconds that you look at this landing page, right? So you're building trust with your customers, you have a really good offer, and you have the scarcity, and then it also shows you the benefits or the problems that this product is actually going to solve. So having your benefits in your product section is gonna be super, super important. And all you simply do to make product benefits like this is you could literally just copy and paste these product benefits into ChatGPT and say to ChatGPT, rewrite these product benefits for my own product and insert your product name. And ChatGPT will come up with some really good product benefits that you could add to your landing page just like so. So once that's completed, we'll just simply check mark that. And then also the last and final thing is adding some sort of email pop-up. The way that you could add email pop-ups is just using Klaviyo. It's right here. Klaviyo is gonna be free to use, but once you start to collect like 500 emails, then you gotta move to their paid subscription, which is around 20 bucks. So having an email pop-up is gonna be super crucial. It's not super crucial right off the bat. You could set up your emails after you make your first sale, but you know, the faster you set up your email pop-up, the faster you could collect emails, and the more emails that you're gonna have to then remarket to those people and remarket to those customers and start getting that revenue back. So that's pretty much it for my conversion checklist. If you have all of these elements on your website's gonna definitely convert better. You're gonna turn from 0 sales to at least a couple sales, especially following these exact frameworks and this exact to-do list. So I hope you guys found value in this video. I'll leave this exact to-do list in the description below so you guys could easily make a new copy and follow this exactly like I just did, and making sure that your website is fully built out. But I would say by far the most important things is product images, reviews, product benefits, and making sure that your shipping and payments are fully set up on your Shopify account. So I hope this video helps. If you found value in this video, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe, and leave your feedback in the comment section below. I'll be answering every single comment that's in the comment section below. So if you have any questions or you want me to go deeper into some different aspects within dropshipping, maybe it's how I build my websites, how I make my reviews, how I set up my Shopify backend, whatever the case is, leave your feedback in the comment section below, and I'll make sure that I make a video based on what you guys need, based on what you guys want to know, and everything like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.